Hey guys, it's Bree. For a while, I've been wanting to do my everyday makeup routine because I see other people do it all the time. And if you didn't know something about me, little fun fact, in like middle school, I went through the little beauty guru phase where I had drawers and drawers full of makeup. But even though I did waste half my fucking bank account on that shit, I did learn a valuable lesson. I learned how to do makeup. I'm actually pretty good at makeup. I wanted to be a makeup artist for a long time, and then I decided I kind of didn't really want to do that. But anyways, I'm going to be showing you my everyday makeup routine. Half the time I'm in a rush, so I don't have time to do all this shit. But I've been getting better about getting up in the mornings and actually being able to do my makeup. So I'm going to be showing you what I normally do when I do my makeup to go somewhere. Just like my casual, everyday look. First, I want to show you my makeup bag. Because, hold on, let me zip it again. I unzipped it, but I need to zip it again. I've had this makeup bag. Hold on, let it focus.
It's gotta be you.
I've had this makeup bag since middle school. My aunt got it for me for Christmas. Actually, I think it's been since elementary school. It says, I heart Harry, Zayn, Niall, Louis, Liam. Now, if you couldn't already tell, I've always been a Zayn girl. I had like a Zayn poster in my room and I'd kiss it every night before bed. So this is my makeup bag and I love it and it's my favorite thing ever. And people always offer, they're like, I'll buy you a makeup bag, like I'll buy you a new one. No, it's not that I don't have any other makeup bags. I refuse to use another one. This is the most perfect makeup bag. And I mean, it fits all my shit in it. Why waste your money on another one? Look, the zipper says 1D on it. Why waste your money on another makeup bag when you have a One Direction one? A thing that I don't see a lot of people mention, like before I jump into the actual makeup aspect, is skin prep. I've seen quite a few people mention skin prep now that skincare is becoming more of like a bigger thing. But I have combination skin, so I get really, really oily in my T-zone and then I'm like dry everywhere else. So I'm gonna run through my morning skincare routine really quick. I'll link all the products down below. Morning and night, the best face wash I found for my skin personally is the CeraVe Hydrating Cream to Foam Cleanser. It's literally almost out if you couldn't tell that I'm a big fan. And I will warn you, a lot of my skincare is CeraVe products, just because when I went to the dermatologist a couple years ago, I had really bad cystic acne in the past. And why is it focusing on a corner? Anyway, I had really bad cystic acne in the past, and the number one thing she mentioned was either Cetaphil or CeraVe, and then CeraVe blew up on TikTok, and I'm a very easily influenced person, and it's worked. And then I use the Ordinary Niacinamide Serum, because like I said, in the past I had really bad cystic acne, so my acne scars are really bad. But I don't know if it's just a placebo effect, but I feel like it really has helped to clear my acne scars. And then I use daily moisturizing lotion. Always remember to moisturize day and night. I know that I said I have oily skin, but always moisturize. So, daily moisturizing lotion. And then I use this brightening dark circle eye cream. Now, this is not a daily thing that I use. Well, it is a daily thing, but my cousin has a BoxyCharm subscription, and anytime she gets anything in it that she doesn't want, she just gives it to me. So after this runs out, I'm not going to be rebuying it because I think it's like $50. Like, it's good, but it's not $50 good. So once I run out of this, I normally use the CeraVe eye cream at night, so I'll just go back to using that morning and night. I always use Aquaphor as my chapstick. I love Aquaphor. Aquaphor girly for life. I either use Aquaphor or Vaseline. Finally, always wear your sunscreen, no matter what time of day, no matter if it's cloudy outside. I started using the Blue Lizard sunscreen. And then finally, sorry, I'm going on and on about skincare. I like to use these rice paper oil absorbing blotting tissues when I have my really oily days. Like, cause I get really oily in like my T-zone area, like I said before. This is from the brand Palladio. Like I said, I'll link everything below. Now I'm gonna actually jump into the makeup instead of rambling. I keep getting TikToks that's like, are you a vanity girl? Are you a do your makeup on the floor girly? I'm a standing girly, and I've never seen that on a TikTok. Normally what I like to do first, and I know this is a little backwards, but I like to do my mascara first. Because, if you couldn't tell already, my eyelashes are exactly like my hair, and they are pin straight, and they do not hold curl. My hair doesn't hold curl, and neither do my eyelashes. So I always have to wear waterproof mascara. And here's the thing. I used to, in the past, I'd do all my makeup and then do my mascara, and then I'd always mess it up, and then it'd get everywhere. So I like curl my lashes a shit ton, put on my mascara, and because I use nothing but waterproof, it doesn't budge. And then I can easily fix it when I mess it up. I use the Tweezerman eyelash curler. I'm very easily influenced, if I haven't already said that. But I didn't pay full price for it. I got it at TJ Maxx. I saw it at Ulta Beauty and it was like $20-something, and I was like, I'm not about that. I try to get as close to the root as possible. So normally I'll go like this and like lift my eyelid up so I can get closer to the root of my eyelash. Now that I curled my lashes, I'm gonna brush them out with my spoolie. There it is. I couldn't find it. Brush them out with my spoolie again, and then put on my mascara. I started using a different waterproof mascara because when I went to the store, I couldn't find the Lash Princess one, and it's the Maybelline Colossal Waterproof. It's good, but now that I have like a hack, not really a hack, but now that I know how to like actually remove waterproof mascara, I might go back to the Lash Princess Waterproof. So now that I've curled my lashes the way that I want them, I'm gonna put on my Maybelline Colossal Waterproof. For any girls that are like me where their eyelashes are like pin straight and they don't hold curl, the only thing I found to work for me is waterproof mascara. Like, I know people say that it's bad, but it's the only thing that works for me. So I'm going to do it in the mirror, and then I'll show you what I do to clean it up, because I always end up messing up. I always do. I normally do about 2 to 3 coats, kind of whatever feels right, whatever looks the best. I just kind of eyeball it. Eyeball it, no pun intended. Okay. So now that I'm finished with my mascara, I normally take some cotton swabs like this, and I take my micellar water, my waterproof, if it'll show. I'm doing the freaking influencer thing. Anyway, I take some Garnier micellar water. I have the big ass thing of it, and I get some on the cotton swab like this. Ooh, it just dripped. And I clean up all of like the places that I messed up, and then that way I don't mess up my concealer or anything. That's why I always do mascara first. But I'm gonna do it in the mirror and then I'll show you. Now that my mascara's done, I cleaned it up. Like I said, waterproof mascara is the only thing that holds my curl. So now that I'm done with that, I use a TikTok hack to make your makeup last longer, where you take translucent powder and you put it on your face, and then you take some of your setting spray and you spray it all over your face and you let it dry, and then you put on your primer, and it's supposed to help your makeup last longer throughout the day and not crease as much. And personally, for me, I think it works. It could be different for other people, because I've heard other people on TikTok say that it doesn't work for them, but for me it does. Or it could, again, just be a placebo effect. But I'm going to take a little bit of the Fit Me Matte and Poreless powder in the shade 112 Natural Ivory. And I'm going to just put a little bit, especially in my T-zone. Like around my nose area, because it gets really oily. Now that I've done that, I'm going to use, oh, also my brushes. I don't know what brand they are. Half of them, the brand is like scratched off of it. Honestly, I just get brushes off like Amazon. They're nothing special. Like, I don't get like the fancy Morphe brushes or shit like that. But I put the Fit Me powder all over. And then I'm going to use my favorite setting spray. Well, one of my favorites. It's the Milani Make It Last in Original. It's 16-hour wear, natural finish, but it's just the original Milani Make It Last. For my primer, I used the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. It's the like Milk Makeup Primer dupe. Because I don't have the money for Milk Makeup. But I really like this. I think it's good for oily skin. I normally do about 3 pumps. I feel like that's a little too much actually. And I just put it all over my face. Again, mainly focusing on my T-zone. People always ask me about how my skin is like so clear, and it's honestly not. Like, it's better than it used to be. But also, a thing that's helped with my skin a lot, I don't know, this kind of goes without saying, but I stopped picking at my skin so much. And I'm not gonna lie, I still do be picking at my skin sometimes. Like, this pimple right here, I popped it last night. That's why it's so red. But for the most part, I've been doing better. A squirrel just jumped on the tree by my window. For the most part, I've been doing a lot better about not picking at my skin. And that's really done a lot, like, good for me. So now that I have the primer on, and I kind of look like a glazed donut a little bit, I'm gonna wet my Beauty Blender. Now, this is a real Beauty Blender. I didn't pay for it. My cousin got it for me for Christmas 1 or 2 years ago. And honestly, it could just be placebo. I know I say placebo so much, but I have used knockoff beauty blenders, and the real Beauty Blender is like actually really good. I'll probably never repurchase it once this one like fucking dies, but I rewash it after every use because I have really sensitive acne prone skin. So I'm gonna wet this. It looks a little bit dirty, but I promise I clean it as best as I can. It's all stuck in there. When it gets really bad, I promise I'll throw it away. I'm not going to keep using it. So now that my Beauty Blender is wet, I'm going to take this Neutrogena Protect and Tint Tinted Moisturizer in the shade Ivory to Fair 10. If it's not summertime, I don't normally use this. I normally just go straight in with concealer. But because it's summertime and it's really sunny outside, I use this just for extra protection and to have like a base. But I normally strictly only use this in the summertime. I'm like almost out. You can hear it like farting. So I get some on my, like on the back of my hand. And I just use my Beauty Blender to like dab it all around. Makeup has just always been a thing that's like therapeutic for me. Like, people are always like, you don't need makeup or some shit like that, and I'm like, I know I don't need it. I like doing it. Like, I do it for myself. It's like I said, it's like therapeutic. Like, just getting to have all the time in the world to just sit and relax and do your makeup is like the best thing ever. Now that I did that, I'm gonna spray more of my setting spray. I normally do setting spray between each layer of makeup because oily skin, gotta keep it in place. For my concealer, I use the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer Matte Finish. I have to do what all the beauty gurus do. But I use the e.l.f. Camo Concealer in the shade Light Sand. And I always put it on my under eye bags. I know it's like a trend now to have under eye bags and people will like purposefully do their makeup to have them. But me personally, it looks good on other people. I just don't like eye bags on me because they're genetic. Like, I can't just get rid of them. So, and then I always make sure to cover up that eye scar, but I'm not going to do it on camera because I can't see as well. So I have it like this for right now. And then normally I just cover any problem areas, but I'm going to blend this first. I normally put a little bit extra on my eyelids because I have veiny ass fucking eyelids, but slay. And then, like I said, normally I do any problem areas, so I do like my acne and like my acne scars and stuff like that. Now that I'm done blending out all my concealer, I'm going to take this powder, the Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder, and I'm gonna bake it on my face while I do my eyebrows. So I normally take a Real Techniques beauty blender and I take some of the powder. I go like this under my eyes. And then I kind of dab some on my nose because it's oily as fuck. And then I take it like this, like all the 2016 beauty gurus. I know it doesn't look perfect. I don't care. I know it looks crazy right now, but just trust the process. I'm gonna let it sit there for a minute. And for my eyebrows, honestly, I'm not very specific with them just because I have eyebrows, so I don't need to be like shaping them or anything. But I use the IT Cosmetics Brow Power. It is in shambles. The lids are gone to both sides. I lost both of them. You can see that. The IT Cosmetics Brow Power. But yeah, the lids are gone to both sides, but it's one of my favorites. I think it's a little bit more on the expensive side, so I might not repurchase it after I'm done with this, because I don't need to do my eyebrows, but I like this stuff. So I normally just kind of trace them like this. I like go like this, and I make like a line. I go like that, and then I'll go like this with the other side and just brush them up, blend it in, and I don't know, it's cute. And then normally I take the same brush I used for the other setting powder, blend in the loose powder. Okay, once I blended it all in, now I'm going to do my eyeshadow, which I have a lot of leftover palettes from years and years ago. Like I said, I had drawers full of makeup. So I look through my palettes and I look for any cute brown shade. It doesn't have to be specific. A lot of the time I use the Anastasia Norvina palette, and I use the shade Incense. So that one right there. And then sometimes I'll also use the volatile shade. But it can really be any brown shade because I have brown eyes. So I just go for like a basic brown eyeshadow look. And I got these brushes for Christmas, but I use like a fluffy brush. And I dip it in. And then normally I'll use like a thinner brush, kind of like like maybe this one for my under eyes for my eyeshadow, but I'll show you. So I'm gonna dip it in incense, and then I tap it off like that to get rid of any excess. And then I just,
and then I take more, tap it off.
and then I'll take my smaller brush, kind of like this size. You can see it, if it'll focus. Anyway, I'll take a smaller brush. I'll dip it in the same shade in incense. And then honestly, it changed the game for me when I started putting eyeshadow on my under eyes too. Like, I feel like it just makes my makeup look better. Like, it makes it look more proportionate. I don't know how to explain it. Now that I'm done with my eye makeup, I'm going to take this blush. I either use the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush in the shade Party. The lid's broken. But I love all of the Tarte blushes. It's in the shade Party. Or recently I've been using the Maybelline Cheek Heat in the shade 15 Nude Burn, because it's a dupe for the Rare Beauty blush, and I don't have the money to spend on the Rare Beauty blush, so I just use this Maybelline one. And I really like the shade. I put it on the back of my hand, shake it a little bit because it's all missed out. And then I normally take like this. It's easier to control that way. That way I don't get too much on my brush and then it looks like shit. And then I always try to blend upwards to give a more lifted appearance. And then I always put it on my forehead like this. And then I do like a little bit on my nose area. If you don't have another setting spray, you can just go back in with your regular one, like my Milani Stay All Day one. Once I run out of this Morphe Continuous Setting Mist, I'm not going to be rebuying it. But, because it honestly, it doesn't set your makeup that well. Like, it doesn't hold it in place very well. But it does give a good, like, glowy effect. So normally I do this, like I do a spritz of this, and then I put on my highlighter, and it makes it look more like sparkly and glowy. So I'm gonna I do attempt to contour my nose. This is the Hoola bronzer, it's the mini one. And I take like a sharp brush, kind of like maybe this one, like kind of an angled brush, and I just, I go like this, and I blend all the way up, like into my eyebrow, so it looks more natural. Again, I said attempt. I'm not the best at contour, I never have been, but I saw a TikTok tutorial And then I try to do that like button nose look. I normally blend it by taking another brush, kind of like this, and I just go through and I blend it in. Now that I've done that, my two main highlighters that I like to use are either the Too Faced Love Light Blinded by the Light highlighter, but more recently I've been using the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Hello Halo in the shade Hello Goodbye 34A. But I go like this and I put it on my cheekbones and then kind of on my forehead, on my lip. And then I use the leftover from going like this with my fingers and blending it to do the highlight for my contour, which I'll leave the tutorial that I followed in the description if I can find it. But then I just blend this with my fingers like this. I like to put highlighter on the white eyeliner on the inner corner of my eyes, but I'm not like those bitches that don't blend it in. I do blend it in, I promise. Kind of, and then I just rub it in with my finger. Sometimes on the days where I'm feeling not that lazy, I'll do winged eyeliner, but I was not feeling winged eyeliner today. I am too lazy for that. But now I'm gonna put on my chapstick, a thin layer, because I'm gonna go in with lipstick. But I'm gonna do like a thin layer because I get really, really chapped lips. So I can't just not wear chapstick at all. Now, for a gift recently, my mom got me the Clinique Black Honey lipstick because it was all I could talk about because I saw it on TikTok. I see everything on TikTok. I'm like too easily influenced. So I like the Clinique Black Honey, but not for how much it's priced at. Like, it's kind of just a normal lipstick. I feel like I can find the same shade anywhere. Like, it's not worth $20-something. And then I think that will conclude my makeup tutorial. I'm gonna take my hair out of the clips. Thank you for watching my makeup tutorial. If there's anything that you want to see me do in the future, make sure to comment it. I will link everything that I can that I used in this video in my Amazon storefront. I do have an Amazon storefront now. Don't judge, I am getting that bag. Please don't look at me differently, but I do have an Amazon storefront. If there's anything that you'd like to see me do in the future, I already said that. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye, guys.